Mike O'Mara, Radio Entertainment. You can listen to the Mike O'Mara Show at MikeO'MaraShow.com.
Let's get started.
It's the Mike O'Mara Show with Mike O'Mara, Oscar Santana, and Rob Spiewak. Now, here's Mike.
You know, the nice thing about having fun is that you can do things you haven't done in a long time, and you have fond memories of them, and you can do it with your kid. That used to be watching football with my father. I did suffer, like my son is suffering right now by supporting the team I support. We'll get to that later. But a very, very festive weekend. Michael had a sleepover, and Carla informed me midweek last week that we were going on the weekend to go to the Carnival.
Oh,
and there's
like the fall
what they
carnival,
do,
winter carnival.
Down here, it's like carnival season because the people are coming down for the warmer weather.
Oh, you
so
celebrate
where it's cold where you are now, starting to get colder and colder.
My nipples are hard.
People, well, that was a detail I didn't need.
Oh,
but
excuse me.
they're having festivals and stuff like that. So
was it a carnival or was it Carnival?
It was a carnival.
Oh, okay.
I live in Florida. I don't live in the Caribbean.
Yeah, but if it was Miami, it could have been Carnival.
Yeah.
Carnival? Isn't Carnival more...
It's Brazilian.
More sort
Portuguese.
I guess South American is also Caribbean to
It's
us.
decadent is what it is.
I remember it back in the islands, man, way back when.
There is Carnival there as well.
They have, where I think we've been there, Oscar, where the new stadium where the Red Sox play, right? The new JetBlue Park down here.
Jamaica Plains.
Stadium Olympico?
Not Jamaica Plains.
No. I thought you meant
Flushing, Queens?
Yes.
No, it's not in Flushing. Where Shea was. Where Shea was. There's a new Shea already, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
They want to build a Hard Rock casino around New Shea.
Well, Flushing, Mike, was well known for the 1964 World's Fair.
It was also known for the final concert of Billy Joel when he brought out Dirty Betty. And they did New York State of Mind, and one of my favorite videos. So that's where they have this carnival. They have huge parking grounds out there, not a paved parking lot, but grass parking lots, and they can put a whole carnival out there. And every year they have the Fenway Carnival, I think it's called. And so it's very close to our home, and we were very excited to. Well, no, I wasn't. As a matter of fact, I tried to slide out of it, but I was unsuccessful.
Any relation to the Red Sox because of Fenway?
I don't believe so, other than perhaps leasing the grounds.
Okay.
Like these modern spring training facilities when they ruined spring training. When baseball, in baseball's continuing series of ruining everything that's good,
right?
When they took spring training away from the little downtown area and City of Palms Park, which was this lovely old ballpark, but they wanted to control everything. They wanted to control the parking. They wanted to control the scalping. They wanted to control all the things that make baseball wonderful, where you could go down to City of Palms Park and find a little old lady that was on a fixed income who would hand you tickets at face value behind the dugout. Special time, and that happened to me one time. Now, not allowed anymore. And you also would have neighbors that would be opening up their yards or the vacant lot next to their house for parking and a variety of price points, whereas now they control it all, which is what the goal is to control it all, except the fact that they're not going to get any more people supporting baseball unless they do something dramatic. I don't know why I digressed, but perhaps because it's Monday and I'm a little
No, you're just letting us
salty.
know about, what you're salty about.
So it's off to how did I... let me see.
You're at the carnival at JetBlue Park.
I'm trying to think why.
Today's Monday.
I said to
November 13th.
Is it really already? Let me see.
Yes. Mike, we are less than 2 weeks away from Thanksgiving.
Time's a-fleeting.
That's right.
I know we're less than 2 weeks away from Thanksgiving. I watch local news like you do, Rob.
Okay.
So I know that they're having 750 stores. Oh, Rob, look what Oscar's got.
Oh.
Look, Oscar's doing show and tell.
Yes.
In the short attention span theater, I just noticed the sticker.
Yes.
I'm excited that you can get those stickers at the TMOS store.
Yes.
TMOSstore.com.
Perfect for your laptop, for your car,
Yes.
for your kid's forehead, whatever you want.
Water bottle,
Absolutely.
e-bike.
Yes. Yeah,
Use
whatever
it
you want.
as your hostage tape if
Yes.
you have a problem with sleep apnea.
Yes.
Cover your mouth with it while you
Done
sleep.
and done.
Same thing. Exact same thing. All right, so they have it out at Fenway, and I've had a long day. Got to play a little bad golf in the morning on Saturday, which is a new thing for me, so I was really privileged to get out there at 8:15 in the morning on Saturday and go out there. And this is on the heels of having a night at the Neighbors, which I'll tell you about later also if I have the opportunity. And we get out there and walk into the Carnival, and I've got several observances of what the Carnival is now and maybe the last time, it might have been 5-6 years ago that I went to the Carnival. But the very, very first thing that you see, and also on the midway or whatever it's called, the big entranceway, it says World's Best Carnival.
I like
which is
that.
kind of cool.
They're selling.
I did too. I like that it was kind of
But I'd
makes
like
you
to see
feel
the
special.
I'd like
Show
to see the
busy.
paperwork on that, though.
I don't know whether you could probably corroborate it, Rob, but
Because I
it's
used to
very
really
nice.
enjoy the Garcia brothers in Manassas. That was a
Garcia
great
Brothers Traveling Carnival.
Not a bad carnival.
All
Been
back
there.
down here now, back in Florida, doing the Florida.
that's where they
trips.
summer. Yeah, their winter is
And
our summer.
We walk in, and it's me and the Michael's one of Michael's best buddies, funny little guy named Taylor, who's just a fun kid to be around, super smart, like most of Michael's friends, super bright kid, and they immediately go into a frenzy of dad, 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 and I become very aware very quickly that the rates in a very relatively short time have really skyrocketed at the Carnival. You know, like silly money.
Do you have to pay to get in?
Yeah, but we got coupons for buy one get one free.
Okay,
so
good.
it was $12 for 2 tickets, so $24 for all 4 of us to get in, which I think was okay. I was fine with that. It's when you get in that you have to buy tickets for the ride. It is a complete and utter ripoff. Let me make sure that I share that with you. It is just, it's gotten like everything else. It's gotten to a point where it's just buy the tickets, go in, pay cash for the Carney games, like the ring toss, and then go to a booth and buy exorbitant prices for tickets to go on the crappy rides that they have. Mm-hmm. And then one of the booths that they had was temporary tattoo. I'm going to say this as clearly as I possibly can, all right?
Yes.
If you have a child, and I will say child is anywhere from, say, 13 or 14 all the way down to a 5-year-old, whatever you do, if you go to a carnival in the next year, do not, I repeat, underlined 3 times, do not get them a henna tattoo. Mm-hmm. Whatever you do. Now, Michael, being the great kid that he is, fully aware that the New York Giants suck,
Right.
wants a New York Giants logo right here on his forearm.
Okay.
And I'm really, really psyched that he's going to do this, because it's like character, which he has. He has that in spades. He's got character, and he's going to get that, and it made me feel good. It's what he chose.
Right.
He said, and I think it wasn't in the book. He said, can I get a New York Giants? And he said, oh, the football logos, they're back here. So he gets that, and then his buddy Taylor, who, to the best of my knowledge, has zero connection to the city of Philadelphia, wants an Eagles tattoo.
Well, Mike, the Eagles are the best team in the league. You got
That's
to
it.
hitch
Well,
your
like
wagon
many
to
kids,
a winner. Yeah.
who doesn't want to back a winner?
Right.
But I'm telling parents out there that if you condone that behavior,
Yes.
you're not going to prepare them for the unfairness of life, and that life has ups
true.
and downs. So
More downs than ups.
more downs than ups.
Yes.
Absolutely. You just have to get how you handle the downs is how you get through it. So Carla's doing all the negotiating or whatever. It's no negotiating. And Carla says, oh, let's get them a tattoo. The excitement of the fair. Carla became fiscally responsible 25 minutes into the fair when she realized that the roughly $200 amount of cash that I had was evaporating out of my wallet faster than I don't know how people do it. I really don't know how
Now,
people
Mike,
do it.
I know that you hate the theme park experience, and the
I hate
Carnival is a step
Watered down.
watered down thing, a version of that.
Amusements.
Not really. I mean, there's a stand-up comic that says you're about to put your child on a thrill ride that was going on the highway an hour and a half ago.
Yeah, including the one that, man, I'm talking about way. Like if you fell from it, you would be killed.
Yeah.
And I go through that. Dad, no, you are not getting on that. You are not getting on that.
Does Carla ever get swept up in the magic of the
the
theme park?
initial thrill, which is that's how they get you.
Sure,
the initial
lights.
Thrill of going into the carnival was there. But the henna tattoo, the only thing I liked about the henna tattoo is there was a chair. There were 2 chairs side by side in the back of the booth, and I used one of them just to sit.
That's
yeah,
good.
but it's like when we were kids. We didn't get offered the henna tattoo, but we got offered the temporary tattoos. So you probably thought it was the same thing.
I kind of did.
Yeah, you would get it in like a Bazooka Joe wrapper. You lick it and you stick it. Yeah.
I'm doing some research here on. I'm not reading ahead. I just want to.
You can read ahead, and I can tell you he just went to school. He goes at 9, not 8 on Monday.
Right.
And he went to school with a smeared NY on his forearm, and then like black ink on his knee and most of his upper arm, along with his buddy that did the same thing with the Eagles. And we had the pleasure of sending Taylor home with his grandfather. And we, if I swear to God, if a parent did that for my kid, we'll never see them again. We'll never speak to them, and they're very cool people. They had a weekend. The grandparents were watching the kids, and and they were flying. They're such overachievers. They're both private pilots, and they were flying to Key West for 2 nights to get away from the grind, as they put it, which it has been down here with all the people coming back. So they're going to see I would assume when they get back, I think tomorrow, they're going to see the 3rd or 4th day of this kid having black. And we tried everything outside of
7 days, it says on average.
Yeah, it's absurd. It's absurd. And by the way, I'm not going to say by the way again, but I will say this, that the 10-year-olds, when you put a tattoo here, you might as well say smear it everywhere on your body. Yeah. And within 5 minutes, Michael said, I have to have mine redone. And we foolishly took it over to have redone. And I should have known when she was trying to clean the area where it had smudged that it wasn't going anywhere. So now he just had a darker NY with the big smudge. And then somehow he got it on his knee. And just now when he was leaving, he said, Daddy, I hate going to school looking like this. I said, yes, and I hate sending you to school looking like this. But outside of rubbing your skin raw, and by the way, YouTube, S a D. S a big fat D. Let me tell you why. You're stupid. Olive oil, baking soda. I think YouTube is a shill for the effing baking soda industry because every solution of cleaning whatsoever requires baking soda, and it doesn't do diddly poo when you put baking soda on anything. We tried everything.
Did you try rubbing alcohol?
Yes.
Okay.
Right away, Carla brought out.
Okay, that's smart.
Hydrogen peroxide was brought out too.
How about, Mike? This is a little advanced and a little severe. But did you try lighter fluid?
No, we didn't try lighter fluid.
Lighter fluid is good for anything that is sort of an oil base, like sticky.
When do you light it?
No, you don't set it on fire.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought it was.
Go to your drugstore and get a nice tin of Ronson lighter fuel and see
try
if that works. Yeah,
I'll try it tonight.
I keep it in the house
Maybe.
just in case.
Yeah, now listen. All right, here we go. If I'm going to do that, that requires me on a Monday when I don't like going to the drugstore. I don't like going to the store, period. So if I make the effort, and by the way, down here during season with 15-person lines at every possible place because they are down here, do you think what percentage of success would you like to place on this lighter fuel?
I'd say 25%. Mike, you know what? I would say this. Thanks. Let me rescind that.
What about the Hobby Lobby?
This is a learning moment.
Not going there. Not going to that fascist dump. What? I'm sorry?
Mike, let this serve as a learning moment for him.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, and
well,
say,
it's
you know
not
what?
his fault. Mama was there. We condoned it.
But you can make it be. You can make it be his fault.
Mike
and you can make him.
Podcast. All right, I'm sorry.
And make him wear a short sleeve shirt tomorrow.
Oh, well, I think he was wearing a short sleeve shirt today.
Oh, was he really?
Wearing
Okay.
one of his little Hawaiian shirts.
I
so bad.
I don't think you should be as hard on yourself as you're being.
I'm not being hard on myself. I'm really not blaming Carlo or me. It's just an annoyance.
Well,
it really is.
You can get up. May I step into your shoes?
Sure.
It's one thing that your son's got to deal with this, but you got to send a stranger's son or kid back to their family.
Embarrassment.
And then they're like, there's the trashy O'Maras.
Yes.
They couldn't just stay away
100%.
from the same.
How did Grandpa
I wouldn't
react?
speak to the parents again. I would
my
not
God.
speak to the parents again. And I'm going to tell that Taylor's folks to listen to this show and say from the bottom of my heart to the grandparents, to the mom and dad, to Christine, to Kyle. I'm using your names here. I usually don't, but I want to say
The government names.
I am so very, very sorry for our lack of parenting and judgment and getting caught up in the Carnival atmosphere. And my apologies. Sorry.
Did the grandfather make any sort of notice or recognition towards the tattoo?
No, he was pretty cool. I think he was fine. And
Yeah, he gets it.
He probably has a tattoo.
The doorbell rang and I ran into the bedroom. And then I said, that is cowardly. He plays golf where I play golf. I'm going out there with Carla to face the music. And I should have taken a picture. I don't have to worry about taking a picture. I'll take a picture this afternoon. I'll take a picture
It'll be
Friday.
the same. It'll be the same.
It'll
will.
look exactly the same way.
There-
And then, yes.
The only thing worse, yet comical,
Yes.
would be if the tattoo was on the small of their back.
My son will not get a tramp stamp.
I think that's
Thank you.
best. Yes.
Can you still say that, or is that
Yes.
verboten?
I think you can.
Yes.
And Mike,
That's
First
the
time-
next-
you
that's
remember
the next
first
layer.
time you heard that.
That's the next layer of the comedy pyramid. You're like, and then I turned them around and I said, lift up your shirt, kids.
that's right. And Mike, I think that
And then
statement.
afterward, he asked if he could get a tattoo on his neck that said Aryan Brotherhood.
That's right. Two people stopped him, thought he was Jelly Roll.
Yeah. It's ridiculous. So,
But I think, Mike,
yeah.
throughout your life, you can always say that one sentence and you'll be okay with it. My son will not get a tramp stamp.
Yes.
Yeah, well, he won't get I tattoos. If there's anything that shows you how fleeting and judgmentally
Turn off the
poor,
podcast, Julia.
tattoos are,
Yes.
I mean, why?
It's very popular. It's very popular with the kids right
You're,
now.
No, not all kids.
Does your daughter have, like where does she have her tattoos?
Leg and arms. She
And
can
arms,
cover
right?
them. She can cover them if she needs
But her
to.
friends also do, if I'm not mistaken, from the
Elizabeth's got
graduation
'em.
party.
Catherine's got one.
Yeah. But Julia has a lot of them. And you know what? I don't
You
like
know who
it.
don't have tattoos?
Who?
Fathers that have responsibly raised their daughters.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like Catherine, Elizabeth, Julia,
Yeah.
we just didn't go, no. I don't know. These are both all three college-educated children, right?
Well, she graduated, summa cum laude. She's
Yeah.
a pretty good kid.
So did
and-
you, though.
No, I was only magna cum laude.
Oh, you were Magna. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
But, she was 18. There was nothing I could do about it.
I
said,
probably
Julia,
said the
I
same
don't-
thing, and I was
I
a
don't like
part-time
it.
dad. I probably said I said the same thing.
I said, I don't like it.
Don't care
but
for
it's
him.
your body. I
I'm
said,
careful.
I wanted a tattoo when I was younger, and I remember I showed my sister what I was going to get. This is when 98 Degrees was popular, and I had muscles,
oh, no.
and I was going to get the barbed wire around my arm.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yes.
like Buzz.
And thank God my sister said, she said something along the lines as like, don't let people think that you don't have class. Something really like deep, like a deep cut
That
enough to
resonated
understand.
with
Yeah.
you?
That resonated, and I was like,
Yeah.
this is not going to work in this family.
I don't think
No
you would
chance.
use tattoo and classy in the same sentence.
I don't think you can.
Well, no, I actually think that there are classy tattoos. Let me
I think there are
clarify
classy
that.
tattoos.
That they- like artistic
reiterate,
tattoos.
Classy and tattoo in the same sentence. I wouldn't.
What did
but
you
you would say
say?
that's a classy tattoo. No, I don't.
The
think
do you
barbed
think?
wire aspect was so trashy.
That is trash.
still
that
is.
that
for all
I-
those
well,
people
I-
that still have them.
Well, Nick Lachey aside, I was very, because what you would do is you'd go to Ocean City, hun.
Oh, sure.
And you go in the summer, whether it was beach week or with your friends when you got back from college, and you'd see the you're like, oh man, that looks so cool. I can't wait to get one of those.
Right.
And
see some
no
big
go.
guy that's got bigger arms than you do.
Yeah.
And but that's the thing. It's in the great tradition of tattoos, you had sailors, that would go on a
Popeye.
bender. They'll go on a bender in a port of call and get a tattoo.
Yes.
So it stuck, and then the carnival
itself.
The carnival. They got one. They got 2 stuffed animals. They got what did they get it for? I forgot what games they got. My favorite game, by the way. And if I was a carnival employee, if I had a spot at the carnival, I would run the water, the hose in the mouth.
Yeah,
the clown's
it's a good
mouth.
one.
That's what my favorite always has been.
The key to winning is an initial first aim that is dead on.
And
if you fall behind, there's no catching up.
departure from the target.
Exactly.
Steady wins the race. And, of course, again, I put my hands up. I go, as usual, he's done it again. And got some weird looks when I did that.
Yeah.
But there were only
I'm
4
the
of us
same way,
playing.
Mike. I'm the same way at Whack-A-Mole.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Congratulations.
I always beat the 5-year-olds.
That's it. There were no the only people I was playing. This is the key. If you bring an extra friend, you beat their 3-person limit.
Yeah,
and I had the 4. We got the big prize because there were 4 of us, and Michael got his Fortnite llama, and I was very very happy about that with its broken neck, cheesy, cheap, Hey, that llama doesn't have a, and the neck would just fall over like at a.
Mike, you should return it to the carnival and ask for a replacement.
You should have said, "We've got a probe llama."
So, 2 more observances before we move on from the fabulous carnival. As much as I worry about our country, going to the carnival has always been kind of it's kind of an atmosphere of human beings that go both the employee side and the carnival goer side. All right. Let's just say this. The people that go to a craft show or a farmer's market are different from the people that go to a carnival.
Yeah.
And the carnival was, I believe, halfway through the carnival, I said to Carla this. I said, I will give you $100 if you can find a collared shirt.
Oh.
And I would have won.
That's harsh.
That's a good challenge.
It's the truth. I
That's
just
a good
kind of curious
challenge,
about it. I was wearing a T-shirt.
Yeah.
I wasn't wearing a collared shirt. It was just kind of interesting. There was one guy working there, he didn't count, that was wearing a fishing shirt. So that had a collar on it.
And was it handsome?
And I also want to say this, and I'm sorry if it offends anybody, but I would like to say, based on seeing the young girls in and around the age of, say, 14, 15, 13 years old, I would like to say I believe teen pregnancy will be alive and well in the United States of America in the coming years.
Why do you say that, sir?
I say that because I would not let my girls, when they were 13 or 14, dress the way some of these women were dressed at a carnival.
Yeah.
At a carnival, it would be terrifying to me. It would be terrifying to me. It's just because there is, if I can go really deep here.
Sure. Well, you
there
gave it a
is
lot
an
of thought.
underlying tension at the carnival with these kids, at least when we got there. We got there about 5:30, about 5:15, 5:30, just as the sun's going down.
Perfect.
And by the way, they're pouring in for the nighttime version of the carnival. This was a nighttime activity.
Yeah, the lights are beautiful at night.
And so it was, what did they get to do? They didn't get to do everything. We bought a limited number of tickets because I'm not paying $55. I'm not paying $55 for 40 tickets. I'm not doing that. I'm not going to pay.
And how many tickets for a ride?
We got $30 worth of tickets and 5 tickets for a ride.
That's enough. No one's saying that you have to do more.
So they got 6 rides.
In and out.
I'm sorry, they got 3 rides.
Yeah.
2 each.
Yeah.
2 each.
That's a lot of money.
Plus the henna tattoo.
The henna tattoo.
Any snacks?
The $10 for
the llamas.
For shooting the clown's mouth.
It all adds up.
And there were a couple other parlor games. And then caramel apples for everybody before we left. A fortune. Biggest ripoff in the world. Wouldn't
Nothing
do it
like
again.
Mike. Nothing like eating a caramel apple in a field of grass.
I hate amusements. Really do. Really.
They don't amuse you.
I'm going to take them to sporting events. That's what I'll take them to concerts. I'll take them to a concert. I'll take them to see Corey Wong.
Yeah.
My new fave, my absolute new fave. Yes, Oscar.
What is the tension?
With the girls and the young.
The sexual tension.
At a carnival?
Yes. Sexually charged environment. Evening at the carnival where all the youngsters are pouring in.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's like a carnival has a safe connotation. No, for like old school, like you think of Greece.
You think of
right?
carnival
you think of Greece
being
and
family.
like,
No, this carnival's hours are on Saturday, 11 a.m. until 11 p.m. And the real crowd.
It's seedy, Mike. It's a
and
seedy carnival.
the real crowd is rolling in when we were leaving. We were leaving at 6:30.
Yeah.
Stayed a long time. Usually, there are people. Rob would be there for 4 hours. We were there for an hour and a half.
I probably
2 hours.
wouldn't go to a carnival, Mike.
Okay, I'm glad to hear that.
Wouldn't.
But you probably have more fun than I would.
I would.
I'm leaving, and they are pouring in an overwhelming Lee County Sheriff's presence, which made me feel comfortable.
Were they riding rides?
No, they were watching the Wolf Show, though.
There's a wolf show?
There's a Wolf Show. You
might have buried the lead.
By the way, it was free.
Yeah,
I was the one on our way out. I see people gathering in the seats at the Wolf Show. Some of them perhaps half an hour before. There's a brain trust right there.
You want to get a good
God
seat
forbid. Pull
for
up
the
your
wolf
plastic
show.
chair in the grass to see the Wolf Show. See a wolf in a cage. Where 4 short steps to the right, and you get a perfectly better view by not sitting in the chair. Anyway, saw the Wolf Show. Had to endure the.
Did the wolf do any
the Karen's
tricks?
patter? He peed on the barrel that was out in the wolf area behind the cage.
Can't beat that.
And we endured the patter. And not only was it patter from the old lady that was the wolf trainer about wolves are eating and wolves are there, and now the few words about the. I said, you just said a few words. Bring out the. I want to use the F word
Don't
so
do
bad.
it.
Bring out the effing wolves already. It's all people want to do is see the animals. Don't want to hear
Where
your
are the
patter.
wolves?
Really
Don't they
happy what happened in Yellowstone. Thank you for that top-down ecosystem lecture that we got not only from you, but then from the British guy that's tape you played. You basically said the exact same thing, for God's sake.
Doesn't she know you've got better wildlife in the wild right in your neighborhood?
Neighbors across the street. So they brought out the alpha wolves, and then they brought out the babies. They had some juvenile wolves that were really they were amazing. They were all wearing henna tattoos. They brought the wolves out, and the wolves were beautiful, such beautiful creatures. And then when the babies came out, and then she started pattering again, I said, we're out of here. And we walked right in front of the plastic chairs because, of course, the wolves run around the cage. So I'm not really disrupting anybody's view.
How big is the cage?
Cage is big. Cage is the size of like a 4-car garage.
Wow.
Yeah, it was big.
That's a good show.
And it looked like, the only thing I will tell you, it looked like the wolves were well taken care of. They were beautifully groomed, and they were very, very healthy. So it was onward to the carnival.
No chance that they were dogs in disguise then.
No, they were not dogs in disguise. They were real wolves. They really were. But they are dog-like when you see them.
They are. Canine.
And then what caps off a trip to the carnival for a Saturday night when you want to just pee out every nickel you have?
Yes.
Because you're so happy about life, you want to go to the Cracker Barrel.
Oh, no.
And more disappointment ensued as we walked into the Cracker Barrel, and we were informed there will be a 40-minute wait. And Carla and I looked at each other without even saying and knew that we were heading for the exit.
You missed the golden window to be like, guys, I guess we got to go to Hooters.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that was brought up. That was actually brought up by my son. Dad, let's go to Hooters. Laughter ensuing because we were driving by a place that Oscar would go next time I'd take him here, Twin Peaks.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Twin Peaks.
Family fun
Oscar,
for everyone.
I went by because we drive right by the parking lot for Twin Peaks because I live in a classy area.
Sure.
We drive right by the parking lot for Twin Peaks, and it was the overflow lot was full. The overflow on the gun. I knew it would have been insane there. So we decide, hey, there's a little Italian pizza joint right across the street. Let's go there. And we walk in there. There are 3 people getting extremely drunk at the little bar in the pizzeria. There are 2 guys that are loading the receipt roll into the cash register, which might have been the world's most difficult Rubik's Cube for them. And they did not look up. And by the time we sat down, we realized that's a gas leak. I'm certain of it. That's a gas leak. And Carla very loudly says, "Does anyone smell gas?" And the lady looks over. This is all true. This is flowing out of me because these are true stories. There is nothing. And the lady to the right of the other drunk lady at the bar says, "I don't smell anything." And we get up and we leave and we go to the other bar.
Any chance it was a mob front?
It was it was not a mob front, but it was rave reviews from some of the people in our neighborhood.
Yeah.
Duh. No, sorry. Won't eat a slice of pie in a place that's. We went down to the seafood brewery next door.
And how was that?
It's what it all. It's nasty, but it was. We settled. And they had like big screen, and we got to watch some of the Florida State game, which is.
I like that you're concerned about the overall population density.
Yeah.
In many ways, it's always like you've got this like full. You should run for county council.
Yeah, because I support small businesses. So
everything
openly.
You've just like laid out was teen pregnancy.
Yes.
Boom.
Yes.
Check that box, right?
Yep. Yes.
And then you've got the next one. You're like, we don't have enough places to eat. Let's stimulate businesses.
Check
that box.
We were
right?
so excited about stimulating the economy locally by going to the new place that everybody talked about. And I said, the place that serves the raw bar, Rusty's Raw Bar.
Have you ever met Rusty?
Not faking it. Never had pleasure.
That's like Dick Queasy's
Dick Queasy's
spinoff.
Yeah. Rusty's Raw Bar right next to this place, and they always get short shrift because I said, let's go support and not when you're not even greeted when you walk in and you're 3 feet away from the people that are working on the roll of paper like an hour to do this and the smell of gas. Sorry.
Yeah. Then you've got the health department.
And by the way.
Yeah, safer restaurants. Check that box.
That we refer to in the restaurant business as a non-capture. So it's off to the other place, which, by the way, has really cool spice steamed shrimp. Probably the best. I literally have been in this place to get that specifically. This time I went with the cheeseburger, which was lovely because I had enough calories for the cheeseburger. And the games were on, and it was fine. And to home, what a day! But yeah,
that's
hallelujah.
Yeah.
The carnival, you
didn't eat anything besides the caramel apple at the carnival, because carnivals can sometimes have good food.
Well, you know what? It looked like it might have had some good food. There were certainly plenty of options, but no, the caramel apple was it.
Okay.
Carl and I both mentioned the funnel cake, which is just a bunch of
fried dough.
Just dough
with powdered sugar
spooged into a deep fryer without any real right. There's no real pattern.
Well, what? No. It comes out of a funnel, literally, and they make a ring and it fries and they serve it with.
Isn't that how excited
powdered
he is about
sugar?
He loves this stuff. He really does. He loves.
Well, most
stuff.
people do.
I don't.
If the only thing that changed about you in a year is the magic medicine, dermglowskin.com. You can basically you couldn't even eat it if you wanted to, right?
This is true.
No, I probably I can eat anything. I have a particular calorie count and I eat predominantly protein. So the answer
but
is
wouldn't
probably
it make
not.
you sick? My mom says when she eats sweets
no,
now, it makes her sick.
I had a small portion of lasagna and that didn't make me sick.
Okay.
I haven't weighed myself after the weekend. I'm waiting an extra day to see if I maintained over the weekend. But there was some, the difference.
Longer weekend.
I explained this to somebody about the weight loss medication. By the way, do we have a Derm Glow today?
Yes, we do.
I'll tell you all about it during Derm Glow. I won't give them a free plug here, but I will tell you this. I'll give them a free plug later. I have to tell you this.
Yes.
It is the difference between this little square of lasagna that I had at the neighbor's house on Friday night. I would have had minimum 2 servings of that with perhaps bringing it home and eating a third at home. And the only reason I didn't is because I did not want to. I did not want to. And I was hungry. But then when I got it, I'm like, it turns me into a normal person. That's plenty, Michael.
Yeah.
That's plenty, Michael. You don't need any more. All right.
Not the whole
you're not gonna
tray.
eat the whole tray. So it was,
And it was excellent lasagna?
yeah.
Give him
yeah,
the details. He needs the details.
I would love some details.
Just really, my mother, God rest her soul, used to make lasagna. And my father, because the family tree, the O'Mara family tree, as far as culinary preferences, if it's soft, they like it. Butter, ricotta cheese, sauces, everything, and grated cheese would be poured on top of spaghetti to the mud. Where it's like that TV commercial you see, where the guy wants more.
Yeah.
And my father liked ricotta cheese. I don't like ricotta cheese. I like cheese that has got a consistency where it's melty, as they use on the commercials now.
Like
Melty because they realize how stupid people are. They can't use it. And ricotta was how my mom made it. My mom would have layer of pasta, tiny little bit of tomato meat sauce, tiny, and then ricotta, layer of pasta, little meat sauce, ricotta, and it was like this gross, mushy thing. The lasagna I had Friday night was the opposite.
Nice.
It was meaty, and I like it meaty.
I like more meat than cheese.
I like more meat than cheese, and I certainly like more meat than ricotta cheese. You know, ricotta.
I'm not a big fan of ricotta cheese.
I don't like ricotta. What
It can
is
be used.
ricotta?
Ricotta is a soft, mild white cheese.
Gross.
It can be
Yeah,
used
it's
in
gross. It's like
Like
moderation.
yogurt. You can recite anything you can substitute with yogurt
The texture reminds me of bad yogurt.
or bad milk. Like
Bad
what
milk,
bad
yeah.
milk would be like pouring it into a glass.
Yuck.
What
It's
about
what they
like
used
a
to drink
ravioli?
in that TV show V.
Oh yeah. Where they peel the skin away and they're aliens.
Yeah.
Yeah. Could you do like a ricotta stuffed ravioli?
No, my mom loved that too. You know what it was called? What the hell was the pasta they'd always get? They got. My mom would come in. Listen, I love my mother and father. I love them both. I love them
sounds
both.
like it.
Just as far as the cooking is concerned, I got I got manicotti from Di Fiore's. Manicotti, which is a lasagna roll stuffed just with ricotta. They don't even bother with meat sauce.
Bet your
or
dad
anything.
loved it.
Oh, Dad, it was the number one pasta. We wouldn't get spaghetti or ravioli or ziti. We would get manicotti, which is just a vessel for pouring that gross vomit cheese down your throat.
God.
I'm sorry, it's Monday.
I didn't
had a
know
long
I
weekend.
would. Didn't know I'd pick a scab by bringing up
Well,
ricotta.
that's it. Manicotti.
Sorry.
I got manicotti from Di Fiore's. Yeah. I got to go early, Mom. I got an early date. Out to McDonald's. There we go. Yeah. And my mom, who traditionally on Saturday night, if I would have a legitimate date, which I did, would serve either spaghetti with meat sauce or chili. Try to watch the Blues Brothers movie when you got to fart for the whole 2 hours. We'll be right back. Relive and preserve. It's all true. Your cherished memories happen more than one time. Relive and preserve your cherished memories with Legacy Box. Don't laugh at your own stuff.
No.
It's really funny, though. We love it. Safely digitize your family's precious moments. It's so easy. Visit legacybox.com/TMOS for an exclusive 40% discount. They handle over 15 types of analog media, including VHS tapes, Super 8mm film reels, and photo negatives. As the world's largest digitizer with a decade of experience, Legacy Box has helped over 1 million families relive special moments, from weddings to Christmases to beach trips to trips to the movies when you want to see the Blues Brothers. And, of course, Super Mario Day, March 10th, because MAR10 spells Mario. Kind of. How about that? Isn't that something? Go to legacybox.com/TMOS to save 40%. Buy today. Send it in when you're ready. Go to legacybox.com/TMOS. Legacybox.com/TMOS. There it is.
Oh, look, he's covered in ricotta.
Yeah. No, but she would do that to me, man. And I was hungry. Usually about 4:30, 5 o'clock. We'd eat early on a Saturday. And then it would be, Oh my God!
Yeah.
I can't tell you the number of times I would excuse myself and said, "I'm going to go out and get some junior
Yeah.
milk."
You were ready to rumble.
It was. I was rumbling. Absolutely, big time. Thank you. The Marvels. Speaking of movies,
Yes.
disappointing start for the Marvels. The North American box office over the weekend, $47 million. Now that sounds like a lot of money to you and me, or to anybody, but that is a record low for a Marvel Studios release.
Yeah.
A
Well, everyone
record
hated this one.
Low. I don't think it's that necessarily. It is adding to the concerns that superhero fatigue is an urgent and growing problem for the major studios. Thank God.
That's good
Thank
news.
God the sameness and the laziness has continued to this point where
Where
people are
is
bored.
our clay animation films?
You really want clay animation?
Like
No,
Wallace
I
and
just
Gromit?
think- I think people want what they want until they don't have it anymore. This is why Disney is like, you're right. There is a lot of fatigue with these CGI films, but we've been spoiled. They're everywhere.
They're everywhere.
everywhere.
And they win. And because they win, they do them again and again and again, and they're squeezing too much out of it. And in China, filmgoers have been snubbing America's Cape Crusaders for longer. The Marvels only marks a fresh low for Chinese releases. The Marvels opened to just $11.5 million in China. Are you like me? Do you think maybe that China would like the
Yeah, they're
superhero
suppressing
more?
Yeah, no, they're suppressing the American might.
Oh,
in
that's a
China.
conspiracy theory.
I
Maybe
know
it's
for sure.
maybe it's the dollar to yen conversion.
No. That is funny, though.
That is fun. We'll move on from that. I have to put that there, and then I have to hit that.
There we are.
It was a very, very good night Sunday for Apple TV Plus's Davis Guggenheim-directed documentary, Still. That's the Michael J. Fox movie.
Okay.
It's about his life and battle with Parkinson's disease. The movie won in all 5 categories. I haven't seen it. Have either one of you guys
I've not
the
seen it.
doc?
No. I like
for which
him.
it was nominated at the 8th Annual Critics' Choice Documentary Awards, taking wins for as follows. Best Documentary Feature, Best Director, Editing for Michael Hart, Narration for Fox himself, and Biographical Documentary. I haven't seen it, but it's supposed to be special, so who knows?
I found out something very neat about Michael J. Fox is that when Family Ties first started, Jimmy Cagney, one of the great Hollywood stars of all time, was doing one of his final interviews, and they asked him who he'd like to play him in a biopic, and he said, there's a young guy named Michael Fox that I think would be excellent.
Oh, wow.
Can you imagine that? And they actually struck up a friendship based on that.
There's a trivia question about me that concerns Jimmy Cagney. Do you know the answer, Rob
I do.
Spiewak?
I
All
do.
right.
And Oscar, do you?
No, I don't even know who Jimmy Cagney is.
Oh, you would know
Jimmy
him if you
Cagney,
saw him.
Mac,
Michael.
can you
Wait.
find-
Is it?
Mac, find a
Frankly, my
picture of,
dear, I don't give a damn.
Are we able
No,
to do
that's-
that? Can Mac find us a picture of Jimmy Cagney?
Yeah, he can do whatever
yeah.
he wants.
Mac,
Mac, you alive?
Was it?
Yeah, I'll grab it.
Was it the Miracle Worker?
I picture when Oscar says that. It's like,
What?
What's that? Oh,
No,
yeah.
he's here.
Jimmy
He's
Cagney. All right.
Didn't Jimmy Cagney come to see you?
Did he do Dancing in the Rain?
No, that was
Rob will
Gene
tell you
Kelly.
what he did. Listen.
He did Yankee Doodle Dandy. He did Public Enemy. He did.
He was one of the
White
original
Heat, Gangsters.
old-style movie gangsters.
The best.
And
The
I don't
best.
think he ever really said this, but the impressions of him would always be, you dirty rat,
Yeah,
you
he never
killed
said
my
that.
I
brother.
got him. Yeah, I know who he is.
So that's Jimmy
He looks
Cagney.
like a gangster.
Yeah.
And-
Oh God, he's great.
He was in his mid to late 80s, I think, when I was at Marist College in Poughkeepsie, New York. And Jimmy Cagney, I was told, after the closing of one of my plays, came to the theater. And one of these guys used to be one of his caretakers working for a company. And he said, he used to like to see college theater.
That's
And
so
we would
awesome.
bring him to Vassar, and we would bring him to Marist to go see the college plays. He's seen you in 2 of them. And I thought it was about the coolest thing
That
in the
is
world
so
that I'd
sweet.
performed in front of a legendary old-timey
Is
Hollywood
that when you
star.
had the tryst with the leading lady?
In A Streetcar Named Desire, I have a scene where I kiss Blanche Dubois right before the end of the second act. And the last night that we were doing it, on Saturday night, we didn't stop after the curtain went
The
down.
sparks were flying.
It was about as cool a thing. It was short-lived,
Yeah.
But it was a very cool moment for me. It was just that we kiss and then we really kissed. And
Would you say there was some
super cool.
tension?
Oh my God.
Yeah.
That is a fond
Like Carnival
memory.
tension?
That's just a fond memory of
Or
my
tension in your pants?
You
That's
ruined
when,
it. You wrecked it.
that's-
Thank you. I was trying to make it a little romantic, and
That's
gone
when Jimmy
now.
Cagney said, tell the O'Mara kid to keep his tongue to himself.
But important to point out, if you've ever seen the movie with Marlon Brando and Carl Malden,
Yes.
he would the.
Yeah.
I played the Carl Malden role. I did
Now,
not
in
get
the
the
movie-
Stanley role.
In the movie, does Carl Malden kiss Marlon Brando?
I think, if I'm not mistaken,
Yes.
the role was the guy's name was Kiltyka. I can't
That
believe
sounds
I remember
about
this.
right. Hold on, I'll find
And
out.
he was not an actor. He was like a club football player and really good athlete, had a real athletic ability, and we hit it off. We got along really, really well, and it was fun. Theater at that school was what got me through. Otherwise, I would have gone out of my mind. But very, very
Was
cool.
Bill O'Reilly at that show?
No, he wasn't. Unfortunately, he
Sorry to
was out.
hear it.
He was out.
Was
Supporting,
Carl a good kisser?
What's that?
Nothing.
Thank you. All right, let's move right along.
Keep your opinions to yourself.
That was a romantic moment too. Everybody knows that, right? Aren't
Yeah.
first kisses romantic?
They are.
Right.
I don't remember my first kiss.
No, I mean first kiss. No matter who you're dating.
Oh, yes.
No matter who.
Yes.
It's always a special moment. It's a.
Oh,
it's
when
it's
the
a
first
leap.
time I smooched Shannon, yes.
Yeah, and then it's all downhill.
I went to
Yeah,
a.
we haven't smooched in
I
some
went to a
time.
party for a guitar player friend of mine. Forgot his name. Used to play at Jimmy's sometimes. He was a really great guitar player, really like virtuoso.
Eric
guitar player.
Clapton?
And we went to a birthday party for him. Yeah, it was Eric Clapton. And then on the way out, we had our first. Oh man,
That's awesome.
fantastic. Absolutely wonderful. Absolutely special.
You guys killed that night.
I did.
You celebrated.
It was so much fun.
I kissed Carrie in the elevator at WJFK.
I'd like to save this if we can. Perhaps it's difficult audio, but perhaps
just
we could.
two
What's that?
seconds.
Yes.
The elevator at JFK is literally one floor.
That's all I needed.
That was his first and only kiss.
And the weird thing is I had to position it so she couldn't hit the emergency call button.
It just goes up or down.
Ding.
It certainly wasn't going down.
Oh.
Yuck.
My, ew. So I want to see if we can remember this for the bonus show. Adam Driver, he shut down an audience member's question at the screening of Ferrari. He was at the Poland's Kameramaj Film Festival.
Oh, that's a great film festival for our people, Mike.
I watched this video, and there's a guy with a very heavy accent in the audience that says, "What do you think about the crash scenes? They look pretty harsh, drastic, and I must say, cheesy for me." That's coming from the audience as he did a Q&A after the
Right.
movie, and he asked Driver that, "What do you think?" And Driver just replied, "F you. I don't know. Next question."
Wow.
It was great. It was
I like
great.
him.
It's what you want to say.
Yeah,
it's what
I
you
like
want to
him.
say. People are rude. That's rude, you know? As far
How
as
dare
I
they?
was concerned. How dare he? Respect the talent. Respect the talent. Finally, an Idaho man. This is where the Carnival and the 40-minute wait at the Cracker Barrel and this story, I think they all go together.
Nice.
I really do.
Full circle.
An Idaho man with more than 250 Guinness World Records titles teamed up with a duo of Amazing Race contestants to break a record for putting chopsticks into a beard. Serial record breaker David Rush attended an Amazing Race watch party. There you go. That's a Saturday night, isn't it? Go roll out to that. Go to the Amazing Race watch party. Really, kill me now. Kill me now, please.
I bet John Fairplay Dalton was there.
Oh, yeah.
He went with contestants and fellow Idahoans Joel Strasser and Garrett Smith. And the three of these guys took on the record for most chopsticks in a beard in 1 minute. Strasser previously captured the solo version, of the record with 59 chopsticks, and he also holds records including most toothpicks in a beard, most baubles in a beard, and most straws in a beard. Isn't that something?
It's gross.
Rush and Smith took turns inserting the chopsticks into Strasser's beard, ending the minute with 110. However, the men determined 6 would be disqualified under the world records rules, whatever they are. The record attempt must now be reviewed, official, by Guinness World Records official. Then they're going to go to the carnival, see the wolf show, and get a henna tattoo. FML. We'll take a break. We'll come back with something because that's
Mike,
what
is
we
that
do.
is that a chopstick in your beard?
Or are you just glad to see me? We'll take a break, and we will come back with more fun and frivolity. You, ladies and gentlemen, have the distinct honor and privilege of listening to the Mike O'Mara Show. And this is the music we play before the commercial. There's the music. This weekend, true story, went to my neighbors and brought a bottle. It's at their house now. Otherwise, I'd bring it in. Brought a bottle of Naked Wines Cabernet Sauvignon to the neighbor's house. It was so good. I was so proud of myself. They opened it up for dinner. I think I was rude, though, because I said I knew I wanted to try it. So I think I said, hey, why don't we open that cab with dinner? And they did, and it was absolutely fantastic. 1, 2, 3. I had to. What are you giggling at? They were good.
I know, but I'm just seeing you walking in saying, hey, you know, it'd be great if we had wine right now.
Well, yeah. I mean, it was Italian food.
There you go. That makes sense. Perfect
good.
match.
Naked Wines is a subscription service that connects you to the finest independent winemakers on the planet, so you get wine as often as you like for a fraction of the price you'd pay in stores, up to 60% off. I got a cab that is so good. Well, the cab that I had,
exactly.
I am not doing my job as an endorser of a product when I don't tell you. It was fantastic. I'm going to find out. I'm going to find out because I can find out on their website. It had floral notes, a touch of strawberry. That's not this one. This was a different one. This was a full-bodied, spicy, robust cab. It was fantastic. By the way, Naked Wines, they make a big steak even better. They help the lasagna. Every bottle is a passion project from an independent winemaker, so you are literally making an independent winemaker's dream come true. This formula works, which is nice. Head to nakedwines.com/TMOS and click Enter Voucher. It's in the top right when you get to the website. Then enter TMOS for both the code and the password, and this is the deal you will get. You will get 6 bottles of wine for just $39.99. That is shipping included. That's $100 off, less than $7 per bottle. NakedWines.com/TMOS. Use the code and password TMOS to grab 6 bottles. They're all great for just $39.99. NakedWines.com/TMOS. Code and password TMOS for $100 off your first 6 bottles. Well, enough. I have been dominating the conversation. I want to talk to you boys because Rob Spiewak, I had to do this, Oscar, and then we will talk to you about getting back to the gym. But Rob Spiewak actually came to me with a comment about the New York Giants quarterback.
Yes.
From yesterday. Yesterday, if you were watching, the Giants were playing the Dallas Cowboys. The final score was 1,837 to 0.
That's right.
That's what the Cowboys won.
I think it was the second highest scoring game in NFL history.
Yes. Very, very exciting. Very, very exciting with their new quarterback going, hey, Riga, I can't believe this. Danny DeVito.
No, it's Tommy DeVito.
Tommy DeVito and his plumber father, who's a fan and gets very frustrated in the stands.
Well, I think we all remember that Danny Dimes stepped on a Lego, wasn't it? And he was pulled out of the game. So they put in this guy, Tommy DeVito, and I heard in passing when they did a breakaway from the Commanders game, they said, and he still lives at home. And I said, oh, how about that?
That's modern.
And so I went ahead and I checked it out, and CNN had a story. The headline reads, Mike, your New York Giants, my mom still makes my bed. New York Giants quarterback Tommy DeVito is still enjoying home comforts of first NFL start. Yeah. So his mom literally does everything for him. Yep. Laundry, cooks for him, and he even has other New York Giants to his home for a dinner, as they say here, great chicken cutlets. So the
hey, guys, thanks for coming over. Let's go out and lose our ass off on the weekend. Fantastic.
What do you think the psychology of sharing that with the world for being market one, media market one
in New York? I'm sure it goes over really, really well with the New York fan.
Because the only thing I can think of is some publicist said, this really worked for, an SNL star. And then, like, they're in the big room and they're like, wait a second. Are you kidding? What, does he own the house or does he live with his parents?
Well, first of all, he's a journeyman and he's a walk-on. He's an undrafted free agent.
Well, this is the replacements. Okay,
but
here we go.
He hasn't gotten a contract yet of any magnitude, so he can't own the house. And he really didn't do that well at Syracuse, I believe. I'm not sure what his credentials were.
Are you familiar with a giant named Justin Pugh?
Justin Pugh is the journeyman lineman that's come out of retirement off the couch to go. What a great team.
He says
it's New York. What a great team.
Justin Pugh
Jesus
says that
Christ.
it's brilliant because his mom makes sure he's never late.
Yeah. I mean,
when
grown
you're
up
losing,
time.
this is tough to do when you're losing.
If you're losing, it doesn't make sense to shut up.
You don't
shut up and
highlight
how about
that.
getting out and getting ready? All right, shut up and maybe throw the ball in the right spot, which no giant quarterback can do. By the way, the nice thing about it was the fact that we were able to turn off, Michael's gone by that time, turn off the game in the second quarter and watch The Killer, which was on Netflix.
Movie.
Phenomenal film. Michael Fassbender, Recco. Oscar, I guarantee you, if you set aside some time tonight when you get home,
tonight.
You are gonna. I think it's an absolute.
Well,
I looked at Carla, who rolled her eyes, of course, but I said,
Carrie the
10.
same way. Yeah.
Did you
Absolute
see
10. Guys movie to us?
Yeah.
the only reason I know about it because we were just, jammed this weekend, but is because they had an ad for it in the middle of Sunday Night Football.
Oh, did they really?
Like a movie ad where I said, I guess I'm going to the movies, and it said Netflix.
And
all I did was click
Thank
it.
you, Netflix, the only giving network. The only network that continuously gives all the time. By the way, go to Amazon Prime or Apple TV Plus and see the same icons that have been there for 15 years, right? I mean, it was really so good. By the way, I like Michael Fassbender as an actor, but I've never found him to be super duper leading man, crazy good all the time.
This was a movie star role for him.
Oh my God, how good was he as the kid? He was so perfect. He was.
And
the
the structure of the film,
Yep.
structure of the film is sort of groundbreaking. I loved that, and also the way it eases you into the story. And this is the beautiful thing. I knew nothing about it. I just saw it recommended by Netflix, and I clicked play, and it took me as a total surprise. And it was awesome. Just
Oscar,
really
speaking
good.
of the movies, I have to ask you this question because you're the right person to ask for this. Do you see a time when movies will they be able to successfully make a comeback in theaters? Because I was walking around, saw this gorgeous theater we have over one of the malls around here, and it was, it's been closed for over a year, and nobody's putting anything in it. What do you put in a movie? Is that day I still like? I've done it once or twice. I still like going to the movies.
Yeah, I went last week.
They have enough money especially because of the meme stock run, at least AMC does, because they've been able to restructure their debt, issue more stocks. So they have enough money to make a run of it. But
will they reopen any of these places? Do you think?
I don't. It's the Carmichael group, and then there's AMC. Those two are the big guys. And is it Regal? Right?
Yeah, Regal was the
Regal
one
is
that they closed near us.
It's so like when I still go to the movies, it's still kind of like hodgepodge. You can't get anybody to work there.
Yeah.
They don't even
that
have
experience.
they don't even have the little screens that say the number of the theater. Like it's just not on. Like you don't even see what's playing on the theater.
So
like that's when you know like nobody turned on the lights, right?
Right.
So I don't know. And then when you walk in, in Georgetown, you never used to walk into the theater and get like your feet wouldn't stick to the floor. I always thought that was like, okay, this is a city theater. They clean it up right away. Now it's always sticky, and I'm like, things are changing.
Yeah.
I'll tell you that last night I couldn't sleep. So what do? I go to the Samsung.com store. Free plug for them. They give me nothing. I just give them all my money. And I said, I wonder how much that 110-inch television is going for these days. Because at first it was $200,000. Now it's an affordable $150,000.
25% off. Black Friday deal.
Then I scaled down and I said, well, what's the 98 inches? I said, it's got to be at least $10,000. You can buy a 98 98-inch television now for less than $5,000.
That the prices drop all the time, and if you want like a 65-inch TV, I mean, it's incredible.
It's like, what is it? Like you can trade your Lunchable for one at this point.
I have an 83-inch in the basement, and it was reasonable. It was like, I think when I bought it 2 years ago, it was like $1,400. That's crazy.
What's happening, though. People are like, the excitement you had when you saw the ad said, "Hey, it's a Netflix movie."
Yeah.
And we all do the same thing because we're conditioned now to take in our stuff that way.
I'm not going to buy a 98-inch television, but I wanted to know if they were actually garbage at that price point, because if you're going from $150,000,
they're not, right? They're probably name brand.
I watched some Aussie in Australia review it, and I was like, oh my God, it's not a garbage television.
Before
So
you buy that,
Mm-hmm.
before you buy that TV, you should look into buying a 98-inch condo. Something bigger
it wouldn't fit.
A 98-inch television in your home
that you couldn't get it
based
through
on
the door.
Specs that I know.
Forget about it.
Yeah. So anyway, it's I just wonder.
They got to do something.
Like
I went and saw Priscilla, the Elvis-based movie 2 weeks ago, and I counted 2 employees in the entire theater.
Is this at the Alamo?
No, this was at what used to be Cobb in Leesburg. I don't know who owns it now.
Still a nice theater, right?
It used to be a showplace with a bar and the whole deal. And so I go in, you buy your tickets electronically, you scan your ticket. There's one guy in the corner of the lobby. He says, "I can look at your ticket." And so I walk over and I show it to him. He says,
it's
Theater 1. And then you
could walk in and not pay, and they're not going to stop you.
No one would know.
So the answer is probably
I don't
a
think
long
the
way
experience
to go.
at home is too great.
Yeah.
That's
I like the theater. I like being alone in it. Like, you escape.
Yeah, there was 3 people for this showing, and one
there
of the guys
were
had
3 people.
Mike, I'm sorry.
Magna.
There were 3 people.
Right.
Well, I'm working on it. I'm trying to better myself. I am as God made me.
15
the
years.
theater only had 3 people in it, and I think one guy thought he was at home because he had his shoes off.
Here's the most important question.
Yes.
Did they have any henna tattoos?
I think those were in the matinee.
Made of butter.
This is the new. Please come over by the Carnival and get the new henna smear. The henna smear tattoo.
You can lick it off in 3 days.
My skin has never been softer.
We will take a break, and someone's getting back to the gym.
Yeah.
Yay.
How exciting. We'll be right back, everybody. Welcome back to the Mike O'Meara Show. Hey, everybody. It's time to visit the exclusive source for official TMOS merch. Oscar's showing off one of the stickers that we have on the TMOS store. The Mike O'Meara Show TMOS merchandise store is online now. Get over to, it's easy, TMOSstore.com. Can't get any simpler than that, ladies and gentlemen. From legacy T-shirts and cozy hoodies to morning transforming coffee mugs, you're going to love them. It's your one-stop shop to showcase your TMOS passion. And if you're looking for holiday gifts, even better. For the TMOS fan in your life, there's no better place to shop than TMOSstore.com. Even if you're just getting a gift for yourself, we've got your back. We hand-select everything for top-tier quality and killer looks. Check out our new Don't Get Happy Society limited edition sticker. We're not kidding. There really is one. Get it
beautiful.
before it's gone. We keep it fresh with new items added regularly. Stay ahead of the curve and be the envy of your TMOS crew. TMOSstore.com, the source for all things TMOS, official, authentic, and awesome. Thank you for your support. It's all happening at TMOSstore.com. Well, ladies and gentlemen, he's going back to the gym because he eventually will be able to get that barbed wire tattoo around his arm.
We're back,
very,
baby.
Very excited for Oscar. I thought you already were back in the gym.
I was, but I'm in the gym at the office. That's different than going to like a public gym.
So what do you have, a Peloton in your office here on Podville Way?
Well, downstairs, you know,
1313 Podville Way, Mike, if you need to
Yes.
mail us anything.
They actually have 2 Pelotons if we're keeping track in the gym, which is nice.
Oh, they do? Okay.
Yeah. And they have the what is the tonal on the wall in one of the rooms. They have everything.
So
it's
is it a
pretty impressive.
modified, modern exercise facility?
It feels like a fully functional luxury gym that probably 3 people in the building use at the moment. My wife, kind of me, and some, go-getter that comes in at 5 a.m. God bless him.
Dude.
Yes. And
Sorry,
it's early.
buddy.
It's early days. God bless them. Everybody that works here can go. No big deal. I like gyms with a lot of people.
You like gyms that have spin classes.
Yes, but I don't even go to the spin classes anymore because I'm out of spin shape.
I can do Oscar at the spin class, all right?
Go, do it.
Chase that ass, chase that ass, chase that ass, chase that
Well, you need some sort of motivation.
I will. That's great.
And
Carrot on a stick.
you used to be, was it Smash Gym, right? You used to be a
Smash
member there.
Fitness.
Oh,
Smash
that's right,
Fitness.
Yep. When I had a trainer.
Yeah, there's a huge difference between a Smash Fitness, which is like ultra fitness, and like a luxury gym in the city.
Yeah.
Which I will not give a name to. And we got a little flyer at the house because I'm a Rube for advertising. I'm a mark that said, "Come on through for your like free week workout at this luxury gym in DC."
I see that intrigues me a little bit.
Yeah.
I mean, I kind of
For many
being
reasons.
to Smash Fitness and literally seeing the bodybuilders, I found it a little, intimidating.
Yeah. So I went. It starts with an E, ends with an X. They had. It's inside the Ritz-Carlton here in DC, that building, and I had never been. I just see a lot of people go in and out when I'm walking by, going home. I said those people are probably working out, and my sister's a member in Los Angeles. So I was like, well, you do this like mental math where you're like, well, if I do pay for this, I am gonna use this, and then I could do it in L.A. if I go to Los Angeles visit my
Yeah, you
sister.
get to go to New York, L.A.
I'll never go. I know
Miami,
that.
DC.
Herndon.
So zero down. They don't take your credit card, and I was like, okay, I'll just go for one day and see what it's like. So Saturday morning was my day.
Cool.
Okay. That's
I go in.
Is it such a cool place that you were kind of looking forward to it?
Yeah.
All right.
I said, people have been talking about this forever. I've never been to the one in DC. Fine. And I go in there with my little flyer like an old man, and I said, I got
Can you
this in my
honor
mailbox.
this?
Has a QR code on
Here's
it.
my
They scan
coupon.
it. They said, "Welcome. Got to take the tour." I said, "Don't need the tour. Got to take the tour." Took the tour. Fine.
Gotta take the tour.
And then I said, "This is all great." I'm excited if somebody has towel service. Like I don't need anything crazy.
Right. But it's got everything, right?
It was so nice that I was like, "This is the way things should be."
It should. Anything like that.
Yes.
That is an area where you can up the ante. In a
Yes.
in a group gym, you could
Yes.
up the ante and make it just spectacular. Starts with hygiene.
Now, the difference between, I imagine, the Equinox in L.A. or New York and all the ads I've seen, and the Equinox in ugly Hollywood, D.C., is this. I'm an okay good-looking guy. Like, I'm 45. I try to maintain myself. I shouldn't be the best-looking guy at the gym. I shouldn't be there. I shouldn't be the best-looking person at the gym.
Oh no, really?
Yes.
Because
And-
I know you, and I know that part of you is
Like-
thinking, "Hey, all right."
Yeah, like where I'm at. I need some motivation.
Right.
Right? I can't. And look,
I'm
fine.
here.
Write the hate mail.
Yes.
If I'm the best looking person at a luxury gym, there's a problem with the gym.
I wonder if they
there
have
should
one
be
in Boston.
better people there. Yes, they have one in
And I
Boston.
bet Boston is just Boston is a very, very
And maybe it was the timing. It was a Saturday morning,
right.
9 a.m. ish. Maybe everybody that goes to college that's wealthy wasn't going yet. But the crew that I got was just like, it was the ugliest crew at a gym I'd ever seen. And I'm part of it.
Yeah.
And I'm part of it.
Really.
Like, please bring in some ringers.
It was
if you're
just
trying
people
to
with-
attract
it was,
people.
It was nerds with money.
It
That's
was
what
lots of I'm sure they were power brokers.
Right.
But it was lots of flab,
Yeah.
lots of at least dress like you're going to
Sure.
go to a
Yeah.
luxury gym.
They
I
should-
looked like I worked out and I haven't lifted a weight in forever. I'm doing air squats.
They should have blown off the tour that day. They should not have made you take the tour.
And
Hey,
when I
look at-
said,
it's Ann Compton on the treadmill. That's exciting.
and when I was done, they have a good looking staff. God bless them.
Well, that's
Yeah.
good.
They're
That's
like,
a redeeming quality.
How was the workout? I said, when do other people come in? They're like, is this like the Saturday morning crew? I was just being nice. I wasn't being rude. I
Yeah,
wasn't
but that's
being-
kind of transparent. If I'm working
I'll be
behind
in-
the counter,
I'll-
I know exactly what you're saying.
Yeah.
You know, Wait, is
When's
this,
the
is
busy
this the troll
period?
hour? Is this troll hour that we have here? Is this the troll under the bridge day? What's going on?
Hey, you
And I
came
felt
on
bad.
I'll go Saturday.
I felt bad for being like superficial, But I can't be the best. I can't. Fine. If that's the Uggo crew,
It's
I'll
evenings.
be there.
It's evenings. Weekday
Gotta
evenings.
be evenings, yeah.
I mean, I've
I
known
don't
that.
have-
I've known that. How come you don't know that? I know that at gyms. You're going to get the
I
hot young people.
And I psyched myself up, Mike. I said, don't stare, because all these people that work out now have their little cameras over. You can't see. Don't stare. Don't stare. Don't stare. Just do it. Tom Glancy. Just look and keep walking. Look and keep walking. Keep looking. Keep walking.
That's what time it is, though. If you roll in like 5:30 on a Wednesday, I bet you'll have a different experience.
They've got till next Saturday when my 7-day trial expires, because
All right.
I'm not going back.
You
When
got to
you're
go
not-
in an evening. Gotta
when
go
you're
in an
not
evening.
balls to the wall, you know, working, I would roll.
You got to
in
escape.
on a Wednesday, Thursday, even better, maybe a Thursday.
Yeah,
Getting that
good.
last minute tone before the big
Before they
weekend.
go out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes,
all right.
sir. Give it a try.
I mean, I want to
what
see hot
happens.
guys. I want to see hot gals. I just want to see a good-looking crew.
Yeah.
Well, you know, I think Saturday morning is just like, you know, Loserville. That's just my opinion.
They might be sleeping in.
Right.
Welcome to my world.
And the carnival's not even open where you can get a henna tattoo. It's my goal just to say it at the end of every break today. I can't do it. We'll take a break and come back with something. Yeah. Oh, the flip. There we go.
The flip,
When
yeah.
we come back, everybody. I hear that. Ding, 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 ding. Every time I hear that song, I think of Jamiroquai. Remember Jamiroquai?
I love
the
Jamiroquai,
great,
yeah.
great album. Yeah.
Ah, yes, Thanksgiving right around the corner, and a lot of people are thinking about weight right now, and a lot of people are thinking about weight loss. Listen, I'm going to tell you that I am a walking testament to the fact that the medication I take for weight loss has had amazing results for me. I am thrilled, beyond thrilled. What I'm even more thrilled about now is that dermglowskin.com, a wonderful website, has a weight loss icon where you can lose weight and access the right kind of help to shed the pounds. Something like 21% of weight comes off of you with these medications. You're going to love it. And all you have to do is go to dermglowskin.com. Click on the weight loss icon. It's right there on the homepage, and it'll take you to all the information you need, where you will see many, many different things. You're going to see the way to take the quiz, where you find out if you qualify for these medications. You are put in touch with medical professionals, doctors, and then they see if it's right for you. And if it's right for you, as it was for me, I am a client of Derm Glow Skin and Carla and her weight loss journey, and it is great. It is the best thing you will ever do. Get the skinny on being skinny at dermglowskin.com. You can make the pampering esthetician a part of your self-love journey. Be like our proud partner, Wellington Mara, the legendary owner of the New York Giants, who's dead and a wonderful ambassador for the game. Remember, the Giants only scored 17 more points than Mr. Mara yesterday, and he's dead. Hooray for Derm Glow, ladies and gentlemen. Let's hit the thingy. Go ahead. Thank you, Rob.
The flip side.
Do you remember back in the, I think it was the Legacy Box spot, when we talked about Super Mario Day, or Mario?
Yes.
as some
Hey,
people say.
Mario.
Okay, well, this, Oscar threw this to me. It was on, I believe, Instagram, and it kind of blew my mind. What we have here is breaking Super Mario news and a translation situation.
And Macintosh.
Yes.
This is specifically for you. I left you off the thread on purpose
Okay.
Okay?
because I think you'll find this fascinating.
Hit it, Matt.
Okay. Just found out that Super Mario, he doesn't really say, "It's a me, Mario." Wait, what? Yeah, since Nintendo's based in Japan. Okay. In Japanese, "Itsumi" means superb or super. So really, he was saying Super Mario, not "It's a me." As an Italian, that one kind of stings. I know. I just found out that Super Mario.
Really? So he's saying it's the Japanese version of it?
Yes.
It's me.
It's
Yeah.
Sumi.
I'd
Yeah,
like
it's-
to say to our listening audience, I really apologize for going so long to get that information out, but that's okay. It's a me is not. It's not the Italian slur, Mario.
Right,
It's
right.
it's Super
It's-
Mario.
It's not. It's
Did you know this already, Mac?
Yeah, this has been going around. Itsumi is not a Japanese word whatsoever. In Super Mario, the name of Super Mario is called Super Mario. He's saying it's me. This is just fake.
so that it's the
This
so
is just
that
100%
entire thing
fake
is
news.
BS.
That entire thing is 100% BS.
Wait.
BS.
Give me some backing credentials on that.
Okay, hang on. Let me pull up translator.
Okay. Because you are learning Japanese, so this is
Yes.
perfect.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's also
He
turning
was all
Japanese.
over it. Did you think he'd be all over it, Oscar? Do you think?
Yes,
He did?
this is why I wanted
All
this.
right, very good.
Yeah. Because I was like, well, I'm not going to look it up, but the one guy that's been taking Japanese lessons on his phone
Itsumi
for 2
means
years.
Superb.
Hemi.
Hemi?
Yeah.
Like a Dodge?
This is just 100% made up. It's not a Japanese word.
What does Hemi mean?
It's an
I
engine
guess,
that goes in a
I
Dodge
guess it's
Charger.
an engine. Maybe that's the closest thing that translate could get to.
What is super?
Super is supa.
In Japanese?
Yeah, there's also sugoi, which is awesome.
Wait. Supa is
So
super in Japanese?
The original game, Super Mario Brothers, is in Japanese called Super Mario.
There it is.
Supa,
Yeah.
which
Yeah.
is the two characters, Super Mario.
Mike, I haven't seen Mac.
I like
this
that you're
worked
so
out.
passionate
Yeah.
about this. This is
We've-
like this is it. This is your wheelhouse.
We've really awakened a sleeping giant.
Yeah, it's exciting, and I hope we never talk about it again.
All
Let's
right.
move on. Please.
I am a person that really enjoys jingles, commercial jingles, and stuff like that.
So do
and,
I. I love them too.
And Mike, I know you're familiar with the 1-800 Cars for Kids jingle, right?
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, yeah. I'll let you do your thing.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Someone found out that it actually pairs well with the third movement of Beethoven's Moonlight Sonata.
Okay. I listen.
1877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Donate online at carsforkids.com. That's cars with a K. Pickup is quick and easy. You'll get a vacation voucher and maximum tax deduction.
1877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
All right. Some
like
of them are
it.
great. Some of them are a little. That's a little shoehorned in there, in my
Yeah,
opinion.
but you
Just
know
a little
what?
bit.
I like the notion of one of the worst jingles
I
being
wish
paired with
that-
one of the
I wish
greatest
they'd had the guy
compositions.
with the trembly voice doing it. 1-800 Cars for Kids. What was the?
That's a triple OG. That is the one.
I
That's
mean,
the
that's
old
the
one, the
guy.
original.
I'm not
Yeah,
going to
that's
leave
the
my. I'm
original.
not going to leave my kid with that guy. Just
Oh.
based
No.
on his singing voice. you
No,
know?
no. Or
Drop
give
the
my
kid
vehicle
off
in.
at my house. Drop the kid off at my house. I'm trembling because I'm so excited.
He does sound like
Yeah,
that. I
he
never
sound-
thought about the trembly voice.
There's a second verse when he does it about having lots of hard candy. I don't know what it is. It's just a
Root beer
My mind is
candy in my
blown.
car. Root beer
barrels.
candy
Yeah.
in my car. Lemon drops of root beer in my car.
greatest old school candies.
Driving
So when
by
you
the
walk,
school today.
we all walk our dogs, and when you walk your dog, it's almost an instant invitation for someone to talk to you. Don't you think? People see the dog and they'll
Yeah.
talk to the dog and they'll talk to you. Well, sometimes you get a little more than you bargained for, especially if you're taking your Pomeranian for a walk and you especially name your dog after a serial killing doll.
That's a beautiful dog. What's the baby name?
Chucky.
Oh, hell no. I know you didn't do that to that baby. Your name Chucky for real. Come here, baby. Man, if my mama named me something like Chucky, baby, I would bite her ass. You understand me? You look too good to be called Chucky, baby. Why you did that to that baby, calling that baby Chucky?
But she doesn't look like a Chucky.
Hell no, she even act like Chucky.
Love
Are
that
you
woman.
sure you wasn't watching Chucky?
Chucky? Look, hey Chucky.
Hell no, don't do that to that baby.
I love that
Baby, get your own job, get you your ID, get your birth certificate, and change your name.
That lady's spectacular.
Mama, that's child abuse.
I
Oh
love her.
my
Love
God,
it.
that's fantastic.
Doesn't look like a Chucky.
It doesn't. No, Chucky's
No.
a bigger dog, I think.
You know what it looks like? It looks like
What?
Southwest Florida is what it looks like.
Oh, the
That's what
Pomeranian?
it looks like. Yeah. They all have their dogs like that. They
All right,
walk on
let's-
their little leash.
Let us
down here,
close with this,
Before
Mike.
they go out to eat at 5:30.
They
I'm
bring your
sorry.
dog?
I know
That's
my
right.
listeners don't like me doing that all the time. I'll stop.
That's right.
It's the transition period. I get over it really, really quickly. I do.
You know where they don't have dogs? The Carnival.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't talk. Look, I could do, seriously, for my own personal gratification, a half an hour every day on it. Every day. I could tell you that I followed a Toyota Camry Solara which is their, well, I forgot, that's one of their chants. I want something sensible, but I want a convertible. And this thing was going 11 miles per hour out of my neighborhood. Now, we have a speed limit of 23, but it's still, 23 is adequate to protect everybody. 11 miles per hour. I'm right in back of them. And I'm not going to pass somebody in my own neighborhood. I won't do it.
Yeah.
Something might happen.
You refuse to.
Refuse.
Yeah. I think the Solara, when you hit 23, that's pretty much topping out, isn't it?
If you hit 23, over 23 on the Solara, the canvas roof blows off.
Let's close with this, Mike. Oscar found this. This is a great commercial. Hardee's. I know it's a regional place, but it's a fast food place. And they were launching a product called biscuit holes. And they were trying to combat donut holes.
Okay.
And so what they wanted to do was a blind taste test. And they asked the people, do you prefer the holes in group A or do you prefer the holes in group B?
What type of holes people prefer? Donut holes or Hardee's new biscuit holes?
B-hole.
Yeah.
B-hole has it over the A-hole for sure.
Why? What do you like about it?
The A-hole seems kind of small.
It's great.
I just don't like the A-holes.
B-holes are tasty and flavorful.
The A-hole is nasty.
A-hole tastes funny. I guess I'm just kind of a B-hole kind of guy.
Introducing biscuit holes with icing. The best kind of holes money can buy. New at Hardee's.
I think the icing's the best part.
Legit ad?
I can't tell, but I think so.
Oh, God bless them if it's a legit ad, because they knew. They
Yeah.
absolutely, I'm
Mike,
buying them. I go to Hardee's. I'll bet that'll get me into Hardee's. Fantastic.
That's all I got for you today.
Just for the B holes, all right?
Yeah,
Play.
yeah.
Are you
Okay.
playing it or am I playing it?
I can play
now?
it for you,
All right,
absolutely.
thank you. I appreciate that. We got to get out of here. We'll be back with a brand new episode tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen. And thank you. Thank you all for your wonderful support. Please go to TMOSstore.com. We're really excited about the response we're getting. They have great coffee mugs, great stickers, great T-shirts, great hoodies. You gonna love it. And new stuff being added all the time. So be aware of that. TMOSstore.com. For Rob Spiewak and Oscar Santana, Mike O'Mara saying, so long, everybody.
It's a me, Rob.
Ciao, ciao.
Want more? Make sure you check out the Mike O'Mara Bonus Show. Get it at MikeO'MaraShow.com.
Mike O'Mara, Radio Entertainment.
Playoffs? Don't talk about it. Playoffs? You kidding me? Playoffs?
Here's Johnny.
Where's the money?